Thrilled, Kevin, to be here sitting with you. Can you just real quickly talk a little bit about the DEGC and what it is that the Economic Growth Corporation does, how it works with the city, but most importantly, how it works with our development community?
It is a organization that's over 45 years old, started by Mayor Coleman Young back in the late 70s. We're designed to be the active ingredient to allow for economic development activity to happen in and around the city of Detroit.
We both serve on each other's boards. The DDA, which was the first DDA in the country, really was a byproduct of our two organizations, which is kind of funny to think. Let's go back 5 or 6 years.
Sure.
You're sitting in Atlanta, not thinking about Detroit at all. And so talk to me a little bit about that. How did that come about? What did you see, and why would you make a decision to come to Detroit from a place that was clearly seeing a lot of growth?
It was seeing a lot of growth. It's still seeing a lot of growth. I thought that in order to really for me to stretch my economic development chops, if you will, what kind of a place would that make sense for me? Detroit, with all of the things going on, it challenged me to
politically, socially, economically.
Just the weather. All of those things got me thinking, you know what, if I could come here and make an impact with all of those challenges Detroit was facing and have come through, what a testimony to my career. You say I was a part of the reinvention of one of America's great cities.
It's a place that you can actually make a real difference. But you've clearly done that. You've already put your mark and you're just getting started, but you've got over 23,000 jobs that you've created in the short tenure and almost $8 billion worth of investment. And so where do you see this going from there?
We're going to be a technology hub. I see it going in that direction. I see it going in the direction that our cultural amenities, which are vast, will continue to drive attraction of outsiders into our city. And we know that once you get here, see, we got you when you get here. We got to get you here. The national and international media have begun to pay attention to our beautiful riverfront. They've begun to pay attention to our sports teams and the beautification of our downtown, which you have a lot to do with, by the way.
Well, and I appreciate that, Kevin, but we're all standing on some pretty broad shoulders, and we all have our part to do, but it is more fun and more exciting and ultimately more successful when we're doing it together, and that's what's so unique about Detroit.
One of the things that Detroit has been so steadfast in is understanding, yes, we want this wonderful growth. Yes, we love the investments that are happening. How do we take care of those who never left? Making sure that those who aren't earning the kind of salaries that these new opportunities are bringing can still stay in place. So affordable housing has become a critical part of what we do when we're negotiating with developers that are doing residential development. How we amenitize downtown and amenitize the city, edge to edge. So we think about it in a 360 way, holistically.
One of the things that has been fun about Detroit is it's been a living laboratory. And so in your role in what we're trying to do at the partnership is embrace that. And so you think about things like the opportunities through the greenways.
Yes.
Think about opportunities through I-75 and the raising of I-75 and some adjacent land that will be created. How can that be tools that are then leveraged to the benefit of those that stayed, to your point, as well as those that we're trying to attract?
Well, that's a very interesting point about, how infrastructure is changing. Raising of I-75, for an example. Is that an opportunity to kind of recast and being equitable and fair? I think it is.
You've touched on, the focus on bringing people here because that's the only way we can really change permanent perception.
Yes.
But the importance of innovation, the importance of technology, the importance of obviously manufacturing, it's our DNA. In the past, we've had industry sort of exclusivity. Today, you're helping to build real diversity in our economy. I think about the Gordie Howe Bridge and what is being created on the U.S. side of that bridge is a massive opportunity. Manufacturing, logistics, housing.
We can fly it, float it, and roll it out of here anywhere around the world. Not many places can do that. You might be able to fly it and roll it, but you can't float it. You may be able to float it, but you may not be able to fly it. On this peninsula that we live on, we take advantage of every competitive advantage we need in order for us to win.
So Kevin, I could do this all day long with you because we got so much that we can cover. Final thoughts on, just sort of your time here, what's important, what should our members be focused on, and how can we most importantly support you in your effort and your vision?
Well, I think one thing we have to do, not what we want to do, we have to do, is keep our partnership as strong and vibrant as possible. So I want the membership to understand that. I also want the membership to understand that we are gaining significant ground on being the city that we know we can be. We need you to invest in Eric and what he's doing with DDP. We need you to invest in the DEGC. All of our partners that are feeding into giving us this shot at becoming the city that we want to be. And all economic development is, Eric, is a fight for the right to be considered.
Love that.
And what we want is consideration.
Yeah.
And if we can do that, once we get you up in here, it's highly likely that you're going to like what you see. And that's a part of being an attractive place to live and work and play.